Hi. So 2 weeks ago, I launched my first video to introduce to you the book Thrive, and I promised you that in 2 weeks' time, every 2 weeks or so, I will share a short video on the different chapters. So this is the first chapter, and I want to share it with you why I wrote this book. So sit back and enjoy. See you. Hi, so let's start with the first chapter of my book. And I want to start, before I start off on the first chapter, I would like to just share with everybody why I wrote this book. Right, it's always important to start with the why. And the reason why I started writing this book is really because over the years I've observed that there are so many people that are just unfulfilled. So they're just unhappy. They may be earning a lot of money, they may be doing very well, but they're unhappy. And that's why I felt I needed to write this book. And I wanted to address this question of what does it really mean to thrive? Why are some people making a lot of money, holding very high positions, very glamorous jobs, but they are just so unhappy? Right, they're so unfulfilled, they just find there's no meaning in their work. How can we actually be successful and fulfilled at the same time? So, the first chapter of my book is actually titled A Stripper's View of Wall Street Executives. And I want to start off with this story to share with you about a incident that happened. So, there was a syndicate of strippers, and what they did was when these rich bankers came to the strip club, they would ply them with drinks, drugs, and everything, and get them to max out their credit cards before bringing them to the next club and then going through the same thing, right? Plying them with drinks, drugs, and whatever services, and just getting them to max out their credit cards again. And they bring them on a circuit until everybody in that group have maxed out their credit cards. So, when this syndicate was busted and some of these strippers were arrested, they were interviewed, and a reporter asked them this question: why do you think these rich guys, these rich bankers, allow themselves to be manipulated? And interestingly, one of the strippers said that the answer is actually so simple. They were unhappy. These very successful people earning a lot of money, being very successful on Wall Street, were very, very unhappy with their life and with their work. And that's why they had to go out there, earn a lot of money, and then spend it all on drugs and vices, hoping that it will make them happy or make them feel good. And then after they spend everything, go through that cycle again to try and make money so that they can splurge it all again. Does that make sense to you? Are they fulfilled? I mean, they are successful, they have got good positions, and they're financially well off, but why are they so unhappy? Let's compare this with another story that I want to share with you, and it's in my book. It's about this man named Masa Kugure. He's Japanese, and he was a McKinsey consultant, so he's also a very recognized professional, very successful man. And he said that his life just had a total change during the tsunami in Japan. And he recalled an incident when he saw what happened on a video about the tsunami, and people were starting to panic and feeling afraid. And he saw this homeless man sitting there, and without knowing why, he gave everything to that man. And he felt good and he felt fulfilled. And he says that at that point of time, he realized that it is so important that your work and your life matters. So you can actually scan this QR code to watch the story, to listen to the story of Masa Kugure as he was videotaped giving a speech. All right. So what does this tell us? And the message that I really want to bring across in this very first chapter is that success without fulfillment is failure. And that's according to Anthony Robbins, the world famous success coach who helped so many people. And he observed that there can be people who are so successful in many different areas, but as long as they are not fulfilled, how can they be truly successful? So in this book, in this first chapter, I really want to talk about what does it mean to thrive. So, are you growing as a person through your work? And who you are makes your work exceptional, and your outstanding work, because you are an outstanding, exceptional person, benefits the world and others. In other words, you feel and you know that you matter. That is so important. That's so important. Thriving is that you actually know that you are growing, and because you are growing, your work is becoming better, and because of that, you benefit more people. So, to me, what I really believe is thriving is actually the fulfillment that accompanies success. And I really want you to be able, through this book, to find fulfillment that accompanies your success. In other words, to really thrive. And not just be like those Wall Street guys in that story where they have got professional success, financial success, but they do not thrive. So, I would like to just introduce to you four powerful words that I talk about in my book that will help you to think about thriving. And these four most powerful words are, the first two are what if. The what if represents a person or an attitude that always considers possibilities and opportunities. And the next two most powerful words are the words sí, pero. In Spanish, it means yes, but. So in South America, in poor communities in these countries, sí, pero actually symbolizes a very fatalistic and helpless attitude that whenever a opportunity comes, or a business opportunity, or an opportunity for them to do something about their lives, they will admit and say, oh yes, it's good, but they are so ingrained to be helpless that it becomes fatalistic, that they will always say yes, it's good, but something, right? So let me share with you both the good news and the bad news. So the good news is that all of us are actually what if people, right? There's a part of us that hopes and looks for opportunities. But the bad news is that we are also sí, pero people, right? Because there are times maybe we are afraid, maybe we are not so confident. But the key is, which are you more? More often are you a what if person, or more often are you a sí, pero person? Right? What I really want you to think about. Let me share you an example. Once I was giving a talk, and after the talk, this man came up to me and said, "You know what you shared is really very good and useful for my career. But no, my boss is not supportive. But my company's culture is not like that. But my colleagues are not like that." And I have to stop him and said, "Look, are you running your career for yourself or for these people?" And he said, "What you said is correct. But see, that is a sí, pero mindset. A mindset that's fatalistic, that's always finding a reason why you cannot thrive. And that's the opposite of the what if mindset, where we always look for opportunities to be successful, of what if I can do this? What if I can do that? So I want to end off by just rounding up saying that a sí, pero person always finds obstacles to their own fulfillment, or to find obstacles to prevent themselves from thriving. But a what if person is somebody who always finds opportunities, looking for chances and opportunities for them to find fulfillment. They are people who will want to do and take action. So, I want to end off by asking you this question and to reflect on these three questions so that you can have a understanding, an honest dialogue with yourself. Are you a what if or a sí, pero person? Are you a person that looks for opportunities, or are you a person that looks for obstacles? Now, as I said, every one of us, we are both what if and sí, pero persons, right? So, what benefits can you envision if you are more of a what if person? What benefits can you envision if you take on more opportunities? Do they outweigh the cost? Now, the last question I want you to reflect upon will be, what do you think a sí, pero attitude will cost you? What do you think these obstacles are going to cost you? Are they going to cost you your happiness and cost you your fulfillment? Are they going to cost you all the benefits that you could have if you have taken on some of these opportunities? So I would like to end here and just let you reflect on these 3 questions, and I hope to set the tone for the rest of the book that to thrive, it really starts with whether are we a what if person or a see Perot person. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again in a couple of weeks for the next video on chapter 2. Thank you.